Welcome back, everybody. Ron, another question for you. Ron, family members that have passed on, will we see them again or will they just choose to reincarnate back to another 3D physical body?
Well, it's a good question, and you know, there's are they going to do this? Or are they going to reincarnate back into? We don't really understand the individual. The soul extension can separate into as many um, facets of the original. Uh, as they grow and develop, they get bigger and bigger, and you can separate more parts of you out and give them a part of your consciousness that will sustain them in that experience in that particular life. Now, does this happen? Um, there's an individual by the name of Bert Goldman. He has what he calls quantum jumping. And he explains in that when you make a decision, there's some options there, and you take one of those options, and then that's what you go with in that consciousness. Now, the other parts of the options are still there, and it has a life of its own as well, just because you didn't choose it. It still has a life. So every time you have a decision, that creates another, what Bertman calls is a doppelganger. Now, what does that mean? That means that you can, if you really understand it, you can contact those people. And so I married this person, but I still had some feelings for that person over there. And you go back and you can find out what's going on with that in that world of where they live, and you can visit them and have chats with them. Is it well done? I think it is. I think Bert Goldman, if you want to quantum jumping, it's just that it gives you the understanding that as an individual you can separate into a lot of different consciousnesses, and each time you separate out, that person goes to Timbuktu or goes to a planet in another starship system. Could be third dimension or fifth dimension, doesn't matter. Those are the things that are available for us. We would be totally in awe at the possibilities that as a spirit, as a person, as an identity, uh, as an intelligence, we would be totally at awe with the fact that there are no limitations for us. We've been given free agency by God, and we can go and create according to that. If I do something wrong, is He going to punish? No, there's no punishment. How can you give somebody free agency and they use it and then you punish them for it? That's not a godly way of dealing with life. So those are the kinds of things that we have to understand. And if we do understand them, then we have a better feel. If we get involved to the point where we understand these kinds of concepts, we have a better balance in our lives. And we don't find ourselves being manipulated quite so easily. So there's reasons for everything. And there will be people that are in the third dimension that won't ascend with us, with Mother Earth, won't ascend, because their soul says you need more third dimension experience. So he takes you someplace else. Those are just realities. It's nothing, it's not a judgment. It's just the way things are. We're trying to be the highest and best that we possibly can. And the soul is going to do that to where you fuse back into the soul. And that's the important thing for the soul, for you, is to celestialize you. And that's what I call it, celestialization. the reincarnating back to the third 3D physical life is not the only option available. You can go anywhere, in any dimension that you really want. You can. You just have to work for it. So I hope that helps.
Okay, sounds great, Ron. Appreciate the answer, and we will be right back.